Okay, so we're here at the shipwreck of the Peter Iredale, but I don't think we're getting out of the car. There's this much sand coming over the hill. Look at these poor people. It's rocking the car like crazy, so as much as I would like to see the shipwreck, I'd have to walk down the beach in this in order to see it, so I don't think that's gonna happen now. Look at that sand just coming all the way over. The entire parking lot is going to be covered in sand in about 5 minutes. It's 26 to 36 miles per hour, so it's gusting. Look at that, just straight over the hill. Okay, I think we'll move on to the next destination. In Astoria, Oregon, where the famous movies of The Goonies and Kindergarten Cop and Short Circuit and Free Willy were set We're gonna go the opposite way. The Corey connection.
Okay, here we go. This county jail was built in 1882. This county jail building remained in use until it was replaced in 1940. So this was like
Stop the wall. He tried to hang himself.
a hard tapping.
Fake hang himself, anyway.
And that's the pipe you were talking about?
Yep, and that's the sign. You schmuck, did you really think I'd be stupid enough to kill myself? That's hilarious.
There's Data's.
Oh, there's all Data's stuff. Slick shoes.
Oh yeah, man. I've spent a few nights in
All the memorabilia.
I've been drug out.
Is that the Superman t-shirt you wore?
Please never say die. There's the map, if I can focus. There's the treasure map.
There's the newspaper with
That's the
Oh, with the Fratellis.
all the gadgets.
It's not gonna let me get in there, that's right. Oh, there's Bran.
Imagine this, dude. Literally imagine this. Like the ones in Mason County are way bigger than this. Way bigger.
You see that dog right there, Dad? Green chair. Dad, you can't
Oh, we found the treasure. It's One-Eye Willie, guarding all of his treasure.
What's that sign?
Oh,
You just treat everywhere like it's their house.
Are you having fun?
it's so silly. Oh wow. Look at that ancient radiator. So ornately decorated. It's crazy. Corey connection.
It's very strange. It's
Only
like the
5 degrees of separation. He was in so many things. Right. They're innately decorated.
if you're gonna have a water heater or a radiator heater, might as well have a nice one.
His father fell, so he started Fullsville with Kate Hudson. He starred in Ricochet. It's too funny.
Well, this is more of 8 degrees of separation down here.
Yeah, really? There's a lot more down there. Yeah.
This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor at all.
And scene. Hello friends! Welcome back to the channel. So as you have noticed, this week is a little bit different. Tried my hand at travel vlogging, which I'm very much a newbie. I'm running around and moving the camera too fast and very shaky, so I apologize for that. But hopefully there'll be some good footage for you to take a look at. Oh, and by the way, my name is Heather, if you haven't been to my channel before. And I am the owner of Lemon Tree Corner, which is a handmade business where I make purses and project bags for makers like you. But this week is a little bit different because we're doing a travel vlog. So my husband and I recently took an anniversary trip up to the Oregon coast. And this is part one because I did something that my mom would call a crazy cane car tour, which is I planned way too much for the trip. Did not realize how long the actual coast is and how long it would take to travel between place to place. I tried to group like things together, so northern coast, one day southern coast, that kind of thing. But it was still a lot of driving, and my poor husband is a trooper and put up with all the driving. We did actually download a book to listen to in the car, and that was very helpful. It's one of my old favorites, which I listened to but my husband hadn't listened to yet, which is by Orson Scott Card. It's a prequel to Ender's Game. So sci-fi, it's a trilogy of the first Formic War, where Earth gets invaded by the Formic aliens. So very edge of your seat, riveting content for long drives. So that was very good. We got through the first book and even started the second book of the trilogy, and he's really into it. So I'm really glad to give him the gift of that book. It's something I always wished they had made into a movie, and maybe one day they will. If you're interested, I will link the trilogy below. It's on Audible. It's very well read, narrated, and available to everybody. So you can check that out if you're interested in sci-fi. And wanted to talk, let me take a sip of water. I am talking a mile a minute. I had 2 cups of coffee today, which is not a good idea for me. And I'm sitting on the couch with my dogs, who missed me like crazy. So you might hear Lucy snoring in the background there. That's my corgi mix, who will not leave my side. Yes, we abandoned her for a week, so she's got some abandonment issues to work through over the next few days. Hopefully it won't take that long. I wanted to just touch on some of the highlights of this part of the trip. I split the video into 2 because we really had 3 intense days of travel and 3 intense days of travel. So this video's probably going to be close to an hour just on its own. So I figured I'd split it up. I also got some really good coastal content, forest drives, waterfalls, that kind of thing. So I'm thinking of putting together some separate moments of Zen videos that I will post in a playlist for you about those particular things. Unfortunately, it was kind of stormy and windy the whole time we were there. So most of my audio quality when I was out and about, once again, vlogger newbie, right? Travel vlogger newbie, was not very good. I forgot the muff for my microphone every day. Not that I think that would have helped a lot. It was just super windy. So where I could, I went ahead and included clips with the sound. If it was too windy and annoying, because I hate that when I'm watching vlogs, I just went ahead and put music over it. So a lot of music in this episode, hopefully enjoyable for you. But I will try and cull down the best sound quality content into those moments of Zen for you. Oh, so dry. There we go. So just wanted to touch on some highlights. It was supposed to rain Sunday, Monday, and Friday. And of course, Monday was the Astoria day, and I wanted to go to all the film locations and the wreck of the Peter Iredale, see the shipwreck. It didn't really work out in my favor. The good news is that the majority of the rain happened while we were driving. So it wasn't too bad during the day to be out and about, just very windy and cold, but not too bad. My favorite thing, I think my favorite thing of the trip, and my favorite souvenir, oh, it's very shiny, would be the coffee that we had. This was highly recommended stop. I use Google Maps a lot and read reviews on restaurants and places to go. And this place got one of the best reviews. It's Sleepy Monk, which is Cannon Beach Coffee Roasters. Had a line out the door and it was blustery. It was blustery, 40-something. We were bundled up, waiting to get through the door into the coffee shop, and then you ordered and you had to go outside and wait for your stuff, and it was cold. So I was thinking, is this really gonna be worth it? Seriously, the best, smoothest coffee I have ever had. Like, I have never had coffee this smooth in my life. So I'm glad that I bought a pound of coffee. It was whole bean, and I don't have a grinder, but the guy in front of me was buying like 8 pounds of coffee. Like, are you crazy? And he said, I love this stuff. We come down here just for this from Spokane, and I buy as much coffee as I can. I'm like, okay, well then I'm buying a pound of coffee for myself. Taste unknown, because I wasn't getting back in the line after I had my coffee to taste it again. Went ahead and bought that. Oh, it smells so good. I had to wrap it up tight in my luggage so that, you know, it didn't get all over the place. And they do have a website, so I'll put that in the description, in the link below, a link to that in the description below, and you could check that out. It's pretty reasonably priced. Unfortunately, the shipping is $14 for flat standard shipping. So if you're gonna order 1 pound, it's kind of almost the same for shipping, because 1 pound is $16. But if you go ahead and order a bunch like I did, then the shipping's not too bad. It's spread out over everything. I got the Monastery blend, which is a dark roast, but it's so smooth, but it doesn't feel like a dark roast at all. I'm pretty much a light, medium roast kind of girl, and this is like super wonderful. And I'm talking a mile a minute because I had 2 cups today. So that tells you how good it is. They also had donuts, so we got donuts, and then we walked along Cannon Beach, which was beautiful. I didn't show you a lot of the walk because I'm like a penguin. You know, I don't know if it's my girth or what, but I feel like the camera goes like this as I'm walking. So it's hard for me to take a walking video. I'm hoping to invest in a gimbal, which is something that steadies the camera. It's like an independent moving thing as you're walking so that the camera is always level. So looking into that for future, especially taking the dogs on a walk, I'd like to share all of that with you. And this is my mug for today. Be kind. Will it focus? Focus. Focus. I don't know if it'll focus. It's a big sunflower and it says be kind with a bee. It's very cute. And the whole inside is yellow, which I really like. And it's the same design, left and right, which is important as a left-hander. If you know the struggle. The struggle is real. Some other things that I got on the trip. Some memorabilia for my scrapbook and also for the Christmas tree. I got a really pretty ornament. It just does not want to focus. There we go. Got a pretty lighthouse ornament for our Christmas tree. We like to get an ornament when we visit different locations, so we can remember that. one of my favorite parts of the trip was the Goonies. Oh, the film museum was hilarious with all the Goonies memorabilia. And we actually watched the Goonies movie the night before we went up to Astoria, just so it was all fresh in my mind. There's Chunk doing the, what is it, the truffle shuffle. He's doing the truffle shuffle. If you know the film, you know how wonderful it is. It's my 80s childhood in a nutshell, and I love it. Getting to see the locations. I had watched another YouTuber who does all of these great 80s film location videos, and he does everything in LA. He did one on the Karate Kid, and he went to the apartment building where they lived and like all this stuff. He just researches crazy stuff. He did a video on Astoria and took us around and showed us everything, and that's how I knew about Isola State Park and the filming locations. I'll link that below. It's really fun. He gets so excited about things, and he's like, oh my god, I'm on the street where this happened. So I'll share that with you below. It's a hoot to see how into all the 80s movies he gets. And along with that, we got a set pass. So that was super fun. They have a whole filming area, and I think you get up to 3 or 5 little short films you can make. They have different filming locations. They have scripts you can read off a teleprompter. You can try your hand at using the cameras on a crane, being a director. So it's really fun, especially if you have kids that are interested in film or being in the film industry. It would be really fun for them. It's a pretty small museum. I mean, that was it, is the jail part that I showed you, and then the filming part. But it wasn't that expensive, and I feel like supporting a local film museum is a really good thing to do. And then we went to the Columbia River Museum. Focus, focus. Jeez, that's just does not want to focus. Okay, let's not gonna focus. But we went to the Columbia River Maritime Museum, which is great. My mom and I, when I was younger, we went on an elder hostel trip where we learned all about the Columbia River and the bar pilots. These special pilots have to come on board and take over piloting ships from the ocean through the Columbia River bar because of shifting sands. It's very dangerous, and you need somebody who knows the river bar intimately and the shifting sands and where the sandbars are and all that stuff in order to safely get the vessels through. And I just found that fascinating. That was, geez, a long time ago. I don't even want to think about how long ago. So it was neat to share that with my husband and to see this museum for the first time. Some other stuff that I got for the scrapbook is, an Oregon coast book. It's just got some beautiful photography in it. And I will probably separate that out. I especially bought it for the map. I want to use that in the scrapbook. But other photos, you know, sometimes you just don't get the photo you want. In fact, here's Cedar Head, which I had so much trouble trying to get a good photo of Cedar Head Lighthouse. And as a scrapbooker, you just realize that, you know, the best photo you can get is something that a professional photographer's taken. So it's kind of nice to have that every once in a while. I didn't realize when I bought it that there's these little numbers all over the place. So I don't know how useful this is going to be for cutting up and using places, but I still wanted to get it. I also got a really cool postcard, a huge postcard of all the lighthouses on the coast. We were only able to go to, what, 1, 2, 3 of these. So it's very nice to have this where I can display all of them in the scrapbook. I also found all of these cute stickers. And I was thinking, what am I going to do with these stickers? You know, I can't put them on my laptop or a water bottle or my sewing machine. I already have too many stickers. So I can't do that. But then I was thinking, duh, Heather, you have a scrapbook. You can just put all of these cute stickers in a scrapbook. So that's what I did. I got all these to put in the scrapbook. And I also find that postcards make a really good, make a really good scrapbook title page. So instead of trying to like ornately cut out some title or use these alphabet letters and everything, it's just easier if you have something you can paste in there already. And I got one for Portland as well for that part of the scrapbook. So just some cute memorabilia that I can put in the scrapbook and remember things by. I also got some magnets for the fridge, because we like to do that. So that concludes this video. Stay tuned for the exciting video where we go to downtown Portland and all the waterfalls to the east of Portland. And then back down the southern coast to hit Yaquina Head Lighthouse and the other things that we missed the first day because we got sidetracked in Newport. We were only gonna like go to one place in Newport, and then we saw the sea lions or seals. I'm still not quite sure if they're elephant seals or sea lions. We saw them in the harbor and wound up staying longer and eating lunch there. And also because of the threats of rain, I knew we weren't going to be able to see Devil's Punch Bowl or Thor's Well or any of that stuff because that's all outside. So we went ahead and scratched those off the list for Monday, moved them to Friday, which turned out to not be as rainy as we thought it was going to be. So we had a really good day on Friday, so I'll show you that in the next video. And thank you for sticking with my shaky footage and getting to the end of this video. And as always, if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button or subscribe if you're interested in craftiness with mindfulness, and can get into that later, and then you'll find out when my videos post, you'll get a notification. And it also helps me get in front of like-minded people such as yourself, because the algorithm knows all. So I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you joining me for this. If craftiness is not your shtick, then I will have other travel videos in the future, probably farther between, but we are going back up north to Seattle in July. So after this next video with part 2, I'll have one in July for you in Seattle, which will hopefully be a lot less shaky. I hope you have a wonderful week and you're doing things you love with people you love and just having a wonderful, mindful, grateful week. See you next time with part 2. Bye everybody.